Hello everyone, I'm Marcie Besecker, an independent demonstrator with Stampin Up, and I'm from Clovis, California. Thank you for joining me this evening. It is Wednesday, and it is going to be February tomorrow already. I just can't believe it. Let me just mute my computer here so it doesn't go crazy on us. So welcome everybody. Hi Eva. Hi Kathy, how are you? Hi Betty. Yes, Betty lives in I say the town next to us. There's like a little street that just, it's really the same county and everything. But Betty lives close to us, and we are expecting a big storm. I guess it's supposed to be crazy. What's funny is it was just like in the 70s the last few days. And now today was a little breezy and getting kind of cloudy, and a big storm is coming. And it's supposed to be a very wet one. So hopefully we keep power and internet, so bear with me. I will post on my Facebook page if for some reason something happens, and we'll just have to redo the video. But I think we're going to be okay. It seems fine right now. Let's see. Hi, Renee. How are you? From New York. Hi, Susan. Hi, Barb. Hi, Diana. Oh, so for my team members too, we did a color challenge, and I'm going to announce a winner tonight. I'm going to send the cards to somebody that is a crafter, but not on my page. I know, because she's not crafting at the moment, but I will have her just choose a card for me because, I did that for my team. So I'll post that later. Hi, Judy. How are you? Oops. I just scrolled right up. Let's see, where did I leave off? Carrie, hi. Hi, Margie. Oh, a lot more people came on. Hi, Trina. Hi, Carol. Hi, Michelle. My computer just jumped up, so I hope I didn't miss anybody. Hi, Myra, Carol. Melanie, hi. Feline, how are you? Judith. And now I'm starting to go over names again. Hi, Rosie. I'm trying not to go over everybody. Gloomy Northeastern New York. Hi, Marva. So, I missed Mona, Annie, and Bling Bling Crafter. Hello. So today I got to go back to the doctor today. Woohoo! And I had a little, procedure on my mouth here, and it is all good and fine. It is not quite healed yet, he said, but it's getting there and everything looks fine. So, I feel like I'm eating like a normal person again, so that's a good thing. And it doesn't really hurt, so I am doing well. I have an announcement, and I'll repeat it again later when I get more people on, but I am going to do a perennial lavender sweet class. I actually have the 4 projects done already. So this time the class is going to be a little bit different. I'm doing it ahead of time because I'm going to be traveling for my granddaughter's birthday / cheer performance. And so I'm doing the projects. I will attach the PDF and the video link. And so when you pay for it, you will get those immediately. And then I'll be sending out the kits. So I will announce when I will be leaving. So if you want to purchase a kit and have it shipped, which the kits aren't quite ready yet, that's why it's not out for sale quite yet. But I just want to let you know it's coming. I will get the kits all out before I leave, and then if you happen to purchase while I'm gone, and I think I'm gone 4 days, when I get back I'll get them out to you. But you'll already have your PDF and your video link, so you can check it ahead of time if you want, or just know it's coming, or check the supply list, whatever, and then that way you're ready for the class. But I'm really excited about this class. I have 1 regular card that has a lot of bling. I have 2 fancy folds, which one is a simple fancy fold. The other one is extremely fancy fold. And then I have a 3D item that I have been wanting to make for a long time. With that being said, I looked and looked for a PDF for it, and the one I tried, the measurements are all kind of not working. And so I readjusted and adjusted and spent all day yesterday trying to figure it out. finished figuring it out today, and so it is going to be a great project. So I'm really excited about that one. Anyway, it is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, so I'm glad I figured it out. It just took a bit. So, hi Melody, how are you? What else? Okay, so February bingo is up and ready. It's going to be February 21st. And another announcement, and I know I've been kind of saying this, and it's in the little description of my classes and my bingo. I usually put a RSVP date on there because at that time, that's kind of when I finish up the kits. I have a number in mind. Sometimes I'll go up just a few because I know some latecomers will come. I'm still going to try and do the same thing, although, you know, sometimes they sell out and then you won't get one. But I also put on there that you'll get an extra special gift from me if you RSVP by a certain date. It's usually a package of embellishments or some kind of embellishment. I am going to start trying to really stick to that because there's been times that I have to overnight stuff to get it here, to get it in shipping because it's last minute. So I really am going to be a stickler about trying to cut off on my RSVP date. Multiple reasons. I really don't need to spend overnight shipping to get your embellishments here, to get them out to you, but I don't want you to wait for your bingo either. It just kind of works out for me that I get those things on certain orders and get them here on time to make sure I have everything for you. Especially with the cost of shipping and embellishments, everything's going up. You know how that is. So I'm just going to try and kind of be a little more on my rules. But you will still get your embellishments for all your projects. So don't think you're not going to get your embellishments. You definitely will. So that is one of the little announcements I wanted to say. The B class, I was asked if I could make it a PDF video only class because there was international people interested in it, and that is now available, and there's a link below. So make sure you look. There is a class link and then a PDF. The B class has gone past, but I still have some kits. So if you're interested, when you purchase it, when you get your receipt, you'll get your PDF and your video link attached. And then I will get your kit mailed out to you. So there are still a few left for that. All right, what else do we have? This was the color challenge I just thought I'd share with my team. And I'm thinking I might also start sharing it on my business page if anybody wants to do it, because I want to give little freebies away for do drawings for people that participate. This one is ending today, so I will be posting another one. So if you are not on my business Facebook page, it's Marcie Besecker Designs. And then I think I'm also going to post it in my blog, which is marciebeseckerdesigns.com. And I will have you submit your pictures to my Facebook page. And that's where the announcement of the winners and stuff will be. And I'll just do it all month long. And so you can tell that this card today has Misty Moonlight, the Bubble Bath, and the Smoky Slate. And so that was my card. And of course, I'm not in the drawing. I just wanted to show kind of what I came up with. So there's that. Oh, goodness, what else? Of course, right now there's an amazing join special only for the month of February left. So I hope you will think about it and decide to give it a try. What I like about joining Stampin' Up is there is no pressure. It is, if you want a discount, kind of like using a coupon, all you do is when you put your order in, you get a discount. So it's totally worth giving it a try. You get the glass mat with the cloth and the silicone mat for free. Or you can choose $30 more in products. So it is totally worth it. It's worth giving it a try. If it doesn't work out for you, just let it go and you'll just fall off as a demonstrator and you become a customer again. So it is totally worth it. And then you get lots of pages with inspiration. You get to be on my team and my team page, and it's a lot of fun. So there is that. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Hi, Janine. How are you? And I have something really extra special to share with you today. It is a tool that I've used for a while, and my upline was just reminding me about, oh, I'm so glad you showed me this because it is great. So, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to show it on the video today. And sometimes I remember and sometimes I don't. So, to use it. And I'm thinking I need to use it. So we're going to do that. And we're going to do this card just a little bit different. We're going to use the stamp also. So, I was requested to use this set again. So let's just get started and get going. So here's our card. And so this one, I just did the mask. I did not do stamping for the flower. Okay, so we're going to do that, but we're also going to stamp. So my smoky slate comes in the back, and we're going to do a little bit of that. All the supplies are listed below, but I did the Enduring Beauty, which you get the stamp set, you get the dies, and you get the mask. So this is all one bundle. It is so worth it. It's a great bundle. And then I pulled in the Quiet Meadow, because I wanted to use a little bit of the stamps in here, and you'll see how I used those, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and first do our back panel. Now, I'm not gonna, the coloring is gonna take a while. I stamped the sentiment already. It comes right from this label right here that comes with the set. And the stamp is right here. Embrace the beauty of you. I did it on Misty Moonlight right there. So that is already done. I cut our scallop here. Oh, and I moved my scallop dies, but scallop contour is where I got that from, which I use a lot. Did that in Misty Moonlight. And then I am going to, this is going to be my flower, so we'll move that aside. And let's do this stamping first. And I'm just going to bring in my mat because we're going to use this for a bit of stuff. But I'm going to add a blue underneath it just because it's easier for you guys to see. So let's just do that. All right. Well, which means I don't really need that. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is pull out some of these stamps. So I'm going to pull out this one, and I just needed it right here on this stamp because we're just using like the top portion anyway. This one I'm going to pull out a thinner, longer one. Okay, so we'll have that one. And then I also used this one here, the flower. So we're just going to put that on here. I have ink all over my hands. I have been very crafty today other than when I had to go do my errands. All right, so we're going to start out with our smoky slate. And, oh, I know why I needed that. Because we're going to be stamping off. I'm just going to put this up here. All right. We are going to stamp off, so I'm just going to put this up here. All right, so what I wanted to do is just get around the edges. I wanted to put a little bit of some different print, different things there. So I'm going to just, I'll move that out of the way. I'm just going to get the top portion here of the flowers. I'm going to stamp off, and I'm just going to, I want the flowers to show. And so I'm putting that towards the outside, right? And I'm just going to do a little just off the side. It's really just a little bit of a background just to get a little extra texture on the outside. And I turned this one quite a bit because I want to get all three of those flowers. And I know it's a little hard to see right there, but it's a light image. All right, now we're going to take our text, which is this stamp right here, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to stamp off, and I'm just going to go all the way up to the top because that's what part's going to see. And it doesn't matter to me if it's straight. We're just adding some text, adding just a little bit of something in the background. You're not going to see much of it. And then I'm going to do the bottom right here. Okay, so I just kind of went back and forth a little bit. I know I shouldn't have used cardstock, but it was right here on my desk and I forgot to grab a piece, so it is what it is. All right, so we have that. We're going to set that aside. And now we're going to take our flower image, this one, and we're going to pull the inside of our card right here. And we're going to change our color, and we're going to use Bubble Bath. And we're just going to add a stamp on the inside. It's such a light color, I'm not worried about stamping this one off. But I just did one on the top, one on the bottom, just to add. I decided there wasn't really a DSP. I didn't want to add a strip of this on the bottom. You definitely could have, but it's such a light color. I decided to just add some pink on the inside. Hi, Penny, Deborah, Lisa, Tashana, how are you guys? All right, so now let's go ahead and glue that. I should say adhere that. All right, so here's our inside right here. Oh, and I did put that in there, but I decided that's what I ended up doing. So, oh, I should show you. So here is the picture, one of the pictures that I posted in my team page, because I had made a bunch of these. So my customers will be getting these cards. I know you guys hardly ever get surprised, because by the time I spend the time making those for customers, I'm like, well, I might as well do that for a video, since I have it out and ready and prepped, and somebody wanted to see this anyway, so that made sense. All right, let's put this on the inside of the card. So I'm just adhering this to Misty Moonlight. Again, the Misty Moonlight panel is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then the white is 4 by 5 1/4. All right, so there's our inside. Gives us plenty of room to write. We are going to go ahead and layer these up because we don't have ribbon around them or anything. Same measurements here for the front. And we're going to go ahead and add that to the card. Ooh, it finished right at the end. Lucky me. And yay, 49ers. I was so excited about that game. What a game, right? Now my son is not going to be at the Super Bowl. He said, oh, I don't know, they're like $7,000 a ticket. Not happening, so that's good. All right, so I'm going to move this. This is going to be our stamping image. I'm going to move this out of the way. And we are going to do some coloring. Melanie, how do you get to the team page? I can't usually find it. Oh, Melanie, I'll send you a link. Oh, thank you, Renee. A thumbs up, you guys, would be amazing. All right, so here we go. I'm going to show you some tips I've got. Let me fix this here for you. So remember when I did this, I believe it was this card last, underneath my mat right here, I add one of these little Sizzix sticky papers, okay? And I put my little sticky cover thing right back on it. And we're going to add this right here on my mat, okay? Now, normally I would put a piece of paper because when you use your masks, you want to mark it, and I'm going to explain that in just a second. Let me pull these out. We'll go a little slower and more detail with these, but I especially want to show you my little tip, which I haven't used with this yet, but we will. So this is tacky, but not super sticky, right? But it's definitely going to hold your paper. So I'm going to just line it up right there And there you go. Now my paper is not going to move, okay, because it is on that tacky paper. And that you can get on Amazon, or, you know, I think they even sell them at the local craft store. What we're going to do is we're going to stamp this first, because I want to do it stamped. And I've not done this. I have done this one stamped, and I really liked how it came out. So I like to put my large images on the front of my Stamparatus, because let me show you. This block right here is just super heavy, and it's not even going to fit. I mean, we could probably make it fit barely, but probably not. And the larger one, if I can get it out of my drawer here, is this. And I definitely can't, I mean, this is really big, so you have to kind of hold it anyway. Yes, there's little grooves on the side, but that to me gives room to just drop, and that, I don't want to do that. Oh, no worries about being late. And I did mention that class you were interested in. There's a video PDF link below for purchase. So just so you know. All right, so this is nice. Oh, let's see, I'm going to lift this up really quick because I think my little corner curled. There we go. Yeah, make sure your paper is flat underneath there too, because you don't want to have any bumps on that, okay? All right, so I like to use this. So I am going to get my bedazzle glitter that is on my stamp off. Okay, there we go. And we're gonna use black ink. So get your Memento. And I like to kind of rub a little just to make sure it gets everywhere. And then I really like to press to get a really good, especially these center dark spots. I really like to make sure that it is really dark. And what I like about this is you can see it really well, especially if you put white paper, like to make sure you have ink everywhere. And then you can push it a little harder. You don't want to like get it too much, because it'll be, but definitely right where those black spots are. I kind of do that last. I always tend to put my leaf at the top. That's just how it's meant to be. And I'm going to put my stamp like this. Now, this being said, I'm stamping first, and I'm not doing my my masks first. So we're gonna have to deal with the mask once we do this. And I'm sure there's probably some brilliant way to make sure it lines perfectly so that your masks are nice and straight, but I just wanted to stamp my image so it's on the paper. And the way I do it's gonna be a little bit different anyway. All right, so I'm going to set that aside. Just ordered. Oh, you're going to love it. Oh, great, Taylor, welcome. Okay, so, all right, we got to count how many tips you guys get today, because I think I'm going to have a few. All right, so the next thing, what we're going to do is, now let's see how crooked this is, because this is going to be a little bit different to line up the flowers. So on these, see how it says number 1? Can you see that right there? And then you've got this little V. If I had paper underneath me, and I still could do it, but it's going to be easy to wipe off if I use a marker. But if I had paper, so let me show you. Like if it were just me and not, you know, doing this, I would probably do it like this. I'm going to put the paper down, and I use my larger grid sheets though. And then I take my pen, and you can make your little V right here. Okay, so you have that, because that's what that is at the top. So that way your mask line up every time. That is if your paper is definitely not going to move or go anywhere. If your paper just adjusts a little bit, then then that's not going to do you any good. But if you use something to hold down your paper, masking tape, repositionable tape, whatever you have to hold that down, then that's going to be more helpful for you. Okay, but I'm going to do it a little bit different today, which is why I'm using my glass mat. So I'm going to put this on here, and I'm going to use something I have not seen anybody use before. And like I said, I told my upline, so see how my mask is a little crooked? That's okay, as long as you get it there and get it on there. So you want to look all the way on your corners. I have a little space there. So you have to remember, you might be doing this, you might be, you know, adjusting this way, you might be doing this. So just look where your mask, where your flowers are, especially if you stamp it. It's really easy to just kind of adjust it. Now, if you didn't stamp it, you just put your paper on here and blend. But the problem with that is once you move this off, so let's say I did it like this and I'm a little closer to the top. When you bring in the second mask, then your leaves are going to go off your paper like that. So you really want to kind of leave a little space here and go more towards the bottom, because this leaf is quite a bit above your flower. So if you're not stamping, that is something to remember. Okay, but we're doing this for now. What I'm going to show you is something, and I want to see if anybody knows what this is. Let me grab it. Does anybody know what this is? I know it's not on screen yet because captions gives me a delay, but I want to see if you guys know what this is. I'm going to pull this off and pull it off like that. This is tacky, but not super sticky, and it's only one side. So this works really, really good if you're going to use, kind of like you would use this instead of the saran wrap, the cling wrap, not cling wrap, but press and seal. You could use it for that. So if you had all your pieces like this, you know, on the top of your card, and you can lay this on and then pick this up, and it would pick up this and this, you know, so that you can reposition it. Not magic tape, and no idea. Okay, so I used to work in the dental field. Okay, these, we would have rolls and rolls of these. This one's off of Amazon, and there is a link below. So, and there is a lot on here. So when you go to the dentist, you know, when you look up at the lights, and these are like this on your light, or on tools, or on maybe the light switch, or, you know, when they do x-rays in your mouth or anything, you might have a tool wrapped like this to do work. That's what it is. It's so that it's easy for the assistants to just pull it off and throw it away. And it is not super sticky, but enough to where they have their gloves and they can grab and move stuff, and it doesn't get germy everywhere, even though they still clean and sanitize and everything. It's just helpful. It's another way to keep it clean. So anyway, that's what this is. It's called Dental Barrier. And what I do with this is I'm going to put this on here. I'm going to put this on my piece there. We could probably cut this one in half. So let's do that. No, you'll notice it next time when you go to the dentist. And yeah, it is kind of like transfer tape, but it's just not super sticky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece up here. All right, and then I'm going to put a piece at the bottom. All right, and we're going to put this on. It's just going to help from it moving around. But like I said, it's great to reposition items, to maybe cover items that you don't want to get blends on. So let me just kind of get this on here where I want it. And I'm so picky. I sit here forever and figure this out until it's exactly where I want it. All right, so I'm just going to go with it right there. And then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to put it down here. So now my mask isn't going to move. You can still catch it on the side, so be careful. And I still like to hold my hand down on it when I'm doing it, just because, okay, I don't think it's exactly perfect, but it's close enough. The other thing that I like about it, you've seen it at the dentist, right, Gloria? So the other thing is, if you had a project that was larger and maybe you just want to blend up here and it's a small piece, just lay that across so that you're not, you know, blending. I mean, you can always switch over and go with a smaller brush, which is helpful. But it's also, you know, it can protect your surface or your area or whatever, because it's, you know, super easy to use. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to work with our pink. So I'm going to move my masks over here. I'm going to put this right here and bring in our bubble bath. Rosie, you're going to have to ask your dentist for some. I tried that. It didn't work out so well. I did get some, but because one of the assistants told me, just take this one. They were switching brands, and they liked a different kind better. And I didn't want it super sticky or whatever. Add it to your cart. Eva, you're going to love it. All right, so I'm going to take, I'm using berry. It says berry, but I've really been using this for the lighter pinks because you see I've got, you know, the regular pink, and then I've got more of reds. So I like to kind of keep in the tone, although I have to say you can wipe this off on a cloth and it's fine. So I'm just going to get some color on here, and I like to start off here a little bit and then I just kind of go on. I'm going to move this a little. I'm going to move this off to the side. All right, and then you can make them light or dark or whatever you want. Just get the, I kind of just try to make them even, but it started darker here and I'm okay with that. You keep your eyes tightly when you're in that chair. Well, I used to work for a dentist. You know, it's funny, when I moved to a different town. Oh gosh, I was probably 25, 23. And my husband had gotten a job over on the coast. And so I was like, oh, I'll find a job, you know, so we moved. And so I decided, back in the day, you know, you used to walk around with your resume and go find a job. And so that's what I did. And I walked into this office, and as soon as I walked in, you know, back in the day, you used to be able to smell like the dental smell. Remember, it was like the old silver amalgam composites, all that. Blech. So I walked in, and as soon as I walked in, I was like, oh no, this is a dental office. And I had not worked in dental before. I'm going to do just a little darker. I had not worked in dental before. So I was like, no way am I working for a dentist office. Well, they called me. I wasn't even home yet. Hi, Kathy. I wasn't even home. And when I got there, there was a message on the machine that they wanted to offer me the job. And I was like, are you kidding? Because I have no dental experience. Okay, so now, of course, we're going to have to take this off, but it stays sticky. It's no worries. And see how you can pick it up and put it down? When I did that big bunch of stamps, I did all of the pink first, and then I moved them aside. That is why, you know, leaving my mask in a certain spot worked out perfect. And then when I switched to the next color, I moved it, got it perfect, and continued on. So we're just going to take this one off. We're only doing one. And we're going to, I'll wash all these when I'm done. So I'm going to set that aside. And then we're going to go on to number 2. All right, so this is, remember, this isn't moving now, so we're just going to get this. This is our leaves. So anyway, yeah, so that's where I started my dental. Then when I moved back to this area, I went and worked for a law firm for a long time. And sorry if any of you guys are attorneys, but I loved the job, but the people, anyway. Then I was happy to go back to dental. I worked in a law firm for a very long time. And then I finally went back to dental. And then my boss had cancer. And so we were all out of a job. And my husband said, you know, we have grandkids, we're going to travel, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, so I decided to start Stampin' Up again. All right, so we're going to go with green, and we're using Granny Apple Green. And I don't remember if I added that on my supply list below. Tends to think I might have forgot that. All right, do the mask stain. No, our inks are water-based, and so I just wipe them off with the baby wipe. And I'll show you how I do that at the end, because I do I have this little method that works really well. So here's Granny Apple. And so we're going to start off, and then I'm just going to go on and just put a little bit of color. You're going to layer up on these, so you don't have to go super dark, but I definitely want color a little brighter than what I had before. And you could change it up, make different colors. I'm just going to go with the same color since we're right here doing the same card. The difference is we're doing it with the black outline. See this one, if you're late, you just saw this one doesn't have the black outline. I worked for a law firm for 11 years. Okay, Rosie, so you understand. Are you a paralegal, or what did you do there? If you're an attorney, I'm sorry. It's not all attorneys. I have some very good friends that are attorneys, but yeah, some of them, you know, sometimes people have jobs that they think nobody else in the world can do. Okay, so I'm changing my colors. I'm just now realizing, and I'm good with it because I'm doing the black now. It's a little bolder. I did the seafoam on this one. That was seafoam. So I'll fix my thing below. All right, so we're going to take this one off. Yay. All right, and now we need number 3. So you can see where this would just pop right on where it needs to go if I had a paper underneath. But for this purpose, I'm okay. Like I said, I do one color at a time if I'm making multiples, which is so nice because it's lined up. You just lift it up and add the other one. This one is not going to line up exactly, but what you're going to see, because this is only highlighting some of the flower, you're going to tell that there's no white. Okay, so just go around until there's no white and all you see is pink because it's highlighting your pink flower. All right. My son is 20. The university, the kids are having a hard time finding jobs here. Oh. Made him print off his resume and take it to shops. You know what? Because it's people like our age that say, oh, you know what? This guy is working it. He is taking his resume around like it should be done, looking for a job. Because it's good that they leave the house and go out because number one, they get to meet you. Number two, you're making an initiative. So that's great. I loved it. Would still be there if the major partner had not died. Yeah, that's what happened to my dentist. Oh, Rosie, yeah. No, I have worked for a firm that I really liked. Like I said, I liked all the people, but there's just some attorneys that... This was a very large firm. All right, so I'm going back with the bubble bath, and I'm just going to go back over, and you're going to see how it's going to highlight and give it some more depth. So if you're just going to do one card, you know, maybe this might be a little much out there for you, but I really like it a lot. It's easy for a lot of stuff. You could even, you know, put it on top of your dies to, you know, make them stay. Because you know how sometimes you put certain paper or even washi tape and it pulls up your paper, and you don't want that. All right, so I added a little darker pink on there, so you're going to see how pretty that is. Okay. Here, oh, you know what? I should come a little closer. Sorry, guys. All right, so, and it doesn't look as vibrant as it does in person. It's a little brighter. All right, so we've got that. Now we've got to go back and take that off. And let's do our leaves. So let's go on here. I'm trying not to stick my head in the way, but. All right, so you're gonna see some, on this it's a little easier because you see the black where the stems are, but when you're doing it with just no inking and just the colors, you're gonna see like this blank spot, and it's really just for you to have ink there for the stems. Oh goodness, I'm reading the dental scariness there. All right. So now we're back to our, I'm doing Granny Apple Green this time. We're going to add a little bit of color. Even though you have your black veins in your flower and your leaves, you still need to put your stems and stuff anyway. So let's go back and we're going to just darken it up and give it some extra depth on our leaves. Again, you just don't want to see any of the white other than where the stem part's at. And you can go on and make these, you know, as dark or light as you want, just like whenever you're using the blends. I just want to make sure I'm getting the stems. All right. And then the last part would be the centers. Okay, so like this one I did in Misty Moonlight because I wanted to tie in the moonlight, Misty Moonlight color. But the stamp gives you that, so you really don't need it already. The stamp gives you the black, so you don't really have to do that, so I'm not going to. And then we're done with these, but I'm going to show you what else we're going to do with that. All right, so those didn't get color on them, so I'm going to take this off. Okay, I'm going to take this back off. Okay, so see how that just comes off? And these are just, let me see if I have my package right here. That might have been my last one. I can tell you what they're called. Oh, no, it's right here. Sticky grid sheets. Okay, sticky grid sheets, and they're everywhere. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and put it back on here. Okay, and then I lift it up and I'm going to put it right back underneath on the bottom side of my plate so I know exactly where it's at. Yay! Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I clean these up really quick because I just happen to be right here. So what I do is I bring in my silicone mat and I'll show you. I put these down like this. I do number 1 and then I do number 2 facing down. So it's really this other side. So then I bring in a baby wipe, which this one's not very wet anymore. So, and I wipe it like this. Okay. And then I'll wipe the other side just if they're a little bit might have gotten inside. And then I take a tissue and I just kind of wipe it because I want to stack them back up and put them away. But I usually leave them out until I'm done with my card. So I just kind of wipe off the wetness. That's number 1, so I do it face down. So number 1's up there. I'm going to do it like that. And then I'm going to take number 2, which is this one, on this side. And we're just going to wipe it up. And dry it. That's number 2. So really quickly, it's and then I do number 3 and number 4 facing in towards each other. So see, it just comes right off. Thank you guys so much for the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. All right, so that's dry, number 3. And then we have number 4. Like I said, we didn't use the last one because I stamped it this time. And we really didn't need it. And notice there's not really wet on the other side, so I'm not even doing the other side. And that's it. So number 4, and then here's number 5. And I'll just set those aside and put those away later. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to die cut this. So I'm going to use one of our little tapes here. And these are still very sticky. So just set it aside. You could reuse them if you want, but you get so much on that roll that you really don't need to. I'm going to, let me see. I'm just going to tear it. And now I wouldn't use this for my tape all the time because I have a tape dispenser next to me. And I have, see this, it doesn't stick that much. It's not going to, I don't think it's going to, I've never used it with the die, but I was thinking you could. Let's see. Yeah, see, it sticks to plastic or glass, but not so much on paper. So, I mean, it might hold it enough, but I'm not going to trust it. So we're sticking with our removable Scotch tape. All right, I'd rather do that. I'm going to just die cut this really quickly. All right. All right, so there we go. Look how pretty that is. So here's the difference between the colors. Isn't that crazy? Just adding that black just made it look completely different. All right, and I can tell you right now, I think the difference too, I'm looking at the pinks. I think what I might have done before is I may have used this pink, but it's, if you look at it, see how light it is? I mean, you can barely even see it. Let me do a little darker. It's still really light, but gave it a little bit more of a vibrant pink color. And so, but I wiped it off really good first, but it's still going to have that tone underneath it, right? So I think that's what I did with this one, which made it a little brighter, and this one's a little softer because it was more of just the lighter pinks, but I think they both came out really good. All right, so here's our card. And here are our panels. So let's go ahead and add our, I already put dimensionals on this one. The middle is just the edging of my dimensional pieces that I use. Yes, it is Bubble Bath. This is, I used Bubble Bath. And this was Bubble Bath too, but I just happened to use a brighter pink brush that had a little bit of, I think it had Melon Mambo on it from another project, a little bit. All right, so let's add our dimensionals on here. Oh, I thought I had a brand new pack right here. I don't know. This is what I usually end up with. Hold on. Here we go. I just used so many dimensionals for these. Yeah, the subtles in person are really nice, but yeah, I agree. I tend to go for more of the vibrant colors. And I tend to go a little over on these just because I want to get something everywhere. I'm going to put one there. And then what I was doing is pulling in the minis. And then I would just put one right here. And this one went pretty close, but I was putting one right there too. And I think I moved those up a little farther, but I just kind of space them out a little. But I like to get those edges because I don't like those to bend. All right, so look how pretty. I think the Granny Apple really just makes this pop too, because this was the soft sea foam. So that was a big difference too. All right. So I hope some of these tips were helpful for you. There we go. All right. And then I just kind of put this one up to the corner, and then this one like 3 in. You get kind of used to where you're thinking you want it. That way you have just a little bit hanging off both sides, but it's still really on your card there. All right, and then here, because this is popped up and this is popped up, I'm going to take this, and I have one dimensional there, and I'm going to take this off and put another one on top. Oh, I stuck my pokey tool right into the base of that and pulled the whole thing up. All right, so I'm going to put this right on top. All right, because what we're going to do is we're going to have this come off over here. And I liked it between these two so I can put a gem on both of them. But see how I didn't think about this needing to be moved over? I'm not going to lift that up because this leaf is going to be in the way. I should have thought about it. So what I did is I'm just going to put my pokey tool there and I'm going to bend that leaf down. Nobody will even know. Now I know all my customers that order, you guys are going to go and look at your card. Sorry. I didn't think about it until after the fact. They were all glued and I was like, oh, darn it. And then I add a little bit of glue here because it's going to be the same height. But this dimensional, I need it to come over here and go right up against that. I'm going to move it down just a little bit. Right up against that leaf, against the scallop. And then now this is glued down right there. So just get it kind of straight wherever you're thinking. And then I decided to bring in, because I still have a bunch of these, is these pink. And I got to bring two out because one has the small and one has the larger ones. So I did the larger on the flowers. So I did one there. And I went, I'll make sure that looks straight. I kind of go under a little bit right here. There you go. Under or over, it doesn't matter, but I just kind of tuck it under. And then that one here, because that's supposed to be on top of your flowers. All right. And then I did the small ones, and I just kind of randomly, I'm going to put one there, and then one over here. Okay. Now, because see how the blue really stuck out on those? And so you really could, now that I'm realizing I covered up that black, you could really change those up to be something else. I think this blue is just too light. I don't know. It's really light in person, so I don't know if I want that. But you could change it up to be something else if you wanted. I really like seeing this, so if you're going to add this in the middle, maybe we do add a layer. Oh, look, I stuck it right up. Maybe we do that fourth layer because I kind of like that's there, but it's also, this is just really nice and soft with the black. And then you still have, now you could emboss this and it would give it kind of the same tone. But I liked doing the stamping on it because number one, it's a little bit different. It brought in my other color that I needed to use. So adding the smoky slate, brought in that other color. I really like the stamped image better. Yeah, I do like the detail with the stamp for sure. And I honestly, when I started doing these, I totally forgot about the stamp. I was all excited about doing the mask. And then I was like, oh, I saw my other card that I did with the stamp. And I was like, oh, I should have done the stamp. But anyway, both a lot of fun to do. This one looks a little more artsy, like it could have been painted or whatever, you know. It gives it that soft look. But I really like it with the black. So I hope you guys enjoyed the cards. So here they are, the two different ones there. And I love the sequins. Usually I would put some kind of rhinestones on them or something, but I kind of liked doing the sequins because it just gives it that sparkle on there. And I like that a lot. I like the second one a lot too. Your card always super cute. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Tashana. Thanks, Eva. The gems soften it. I agree, Janine. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I announced at the beginning I'm going to be doing a perennial lavender sweet class. So that's going to be coming soon. I will post it on my business Facebook page before I announce it probably on a video, because once it's ready, I'll get it out there and I post it, and then I'll let you guys know. But that's available. The Be Mine class is still, I still have a few kits, so that's still available if you're interested. I also have that available in a PDF and video link only. Bingo is February the 21st. I believe February 9th is my cutoff to guarantee a free gift with it, and also to guarantee a kit, because sometimes those sell out. And I think that is it for announcements. Oh, and on my Facebook page, which is Marcie Besecker Designs, I'm going to be doing a color challenge over there. So I'll do it for my team separate, and then I'll do it for customers also. So post your projects on there, and I'll probably end up having my grandson or my son or somebody that doesn't craft choose a card. That way it's too hard when they're crafters, right? Thanks, you guys. Oh, I'm glad you got some tips out of that. What stamps are you using for bingo? Oh, okay. I am using, let me think. I am using the Stippled Rose, a little bit of that one. I'm using the Beach Days one, but I'm doing all the die cutting, so you really don't need anything on that except a sentiment. I'm in the middle of that and a class, so let me think of what my other one is. I'm doing the Trusty Tools, which I don't think you'll need anything but a sentiment. That's the only one I haven't created yet. I've got some die cuts going on it though. And let me go look. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, Trusty Tools, Thoughtful Expressions. Oh. Beach Day, Trusty Tools, Thoughtful Expressions, and the Stippled Rose. But that one, and a lot of DSP on that one, and yeah. Just joined bingo, so excited for oh, we have so much fun for bingo. Don't worry, Susan, you're not going to get anything ahead of time. Okay, just come back to this station on that day at 5 o'clock Pacific time. I'm in California, and I will explain all of it to you, just as long as you gave me 5 numbers between 1 and 30. Okay, and then it'll all be good. Just order the Trusty Tools. Good. Oh, thank you guys for the thumbs up. I do appreciate it. So yeah, the tool set, I know it's kind of and so don't worry if you don't have it. I'm going to do all the die cutting for you. Everything will be, most of my bingo stuff, I try to do all the die cutting for you and give you paper and DSP and embellishments. You just have to stamp. If it's a class, like the B class, you needed the B suite. The perennial lavenders, you're going to need, I have to finish creating, but I'm trying to do a lot of the work for you so that you can just kind of assemble, because there are some a little more advanced items in there, but nothing that you can't do without a video and instructions, and I'm giving you both of those. I've already registered for bingo. Yay. Okay, good, Susan. Perfect. Well, thank you everybody so much. Have a fantastic rest of your week. I will see you on Sunday. Oh, Super Bowl Sunday. My son is having a Super Bowl party at his house, and our 49ers are in the game, so I will not be here during the game. My plan is to do a video earlier in the day. So I don't know what time yet. I got to figure out what time the game is and what time we're supposed to go to his house, but I will be announcing that. So I will be here. It might just be early. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great week. I will see you on Sunday. Bye.